Lovett and Matt Pryor. The head coach of the Thunder is Jake DeClute. And now the starting lineup for your North Central College Cardinals. Number 2, Austin Lombardi. Number 3, Sean Sweeney. Number 4, Jared Collier. Number 9, Gavin Sanchez. Number 11, Alexis Flores. Number 14, Spencer Wise. Number 19, Stephen Abalos. Number 25, Alexis Perales. Number 31, Jack Bullard. Number 32, Ryan Powers. And number 99, Marco Soto. North Central's assistant coaches are Dylan Milkent, Mule Dilamini, Aiden Reynolds, Quinton Lowe, and Chris Tovar. The head coach of the Cardinals is Matt Klosterman. Fans, at this time, we ask you please rise and face the flag at the south end of the field as we honor America with the playing of the national anthem.
Beautiful autumn day here on the campus of North Central College. An orange sunlit sky. That's overhead of Benedetti Worldy Stadium on the campus of North Central College. And thanks for joining us for this primetime matchup, a rivalry game. It is Wheaton College and North Central College clashing on the pitch. And this one should be a goodie. Welcome into NCTV 17's production of Cardinal Athletics. Kevin Jackman here with you this evening. And with that, our contest is underway tonight. They call it a rivalry because overarching, these two teams have a lot of familiarity across the 20-some sports they compete in. But in this particular instance, it is a lopsided rivalry, with Wheaton having claimed 26 of the last 27 meetings between these schools since 1990. An unbelievable display of consistent performance from the Thunder. However, this is a North Central team that has looked fairly good this year, albeit coming off a disappointing loss against Milliken by a 4-1 score. Booted in, deep pass, and it's headed out. A shot on goal attempt coming up for Wheaton. And a lot of maneuvering, and finally releasing the cannon, Ryan Melger. And he shoots it too high and over the head of Marco Soto, the North Central goalkeeper. So our first shot goes errant, and we're a minute and a half into this game with no score. North Central, though, has hung in tight with some really good teams. And that includes one on the road earlier this season against the University of St. Thomas. The Cardinals did lose that game. It was a 3-2 final. But boy, was it a nail-biter. The Cardinals, in fact, leading at one point in that game before succumbing in the second half to the Tommies. That one rolls out of play, and it'll be Wheaton ball. Trying to track this one down for NCC, and successfully doing so is Sean Sweeney, and able to pound it off a Thunder player. So it is North Central ball on the throw-in, right into the belly of a Cardinal, and North Central will possess. Near side, that's Alex Perales. Gets it up the sideline, and it's clanked off the foot of Gavin Sanchez and played back to Austin Lombardi. Lombardi to the sideline, and a little bit of pinball. As North Central hoping to advance it up the field, and that's not going to help. A turnover gives Wheaton the ball. Right at midfield, Andrew Wade takes it away. Played back, and that's Jason Hulse. Gorgeous day. The temperatures in the mid-60s throughout. And it should dip low 60s, maybe upper 50s, with a slight wind brushing across the field. Good turnout for this contest tonight, and we anticipate more fans rumbling up for this Thunder and Cardinal clash here inside Benedetti Worley Stadium. North Central enters the game 4-3. They are 0-1 in conference after that loss to Milliken, while tonight represents the first conference game for Wheaton. They are 5-2-1 in non-conference play. Played back, and that's the goalkeeper Drew Camerano, who has been splitting time, but gets the start tonight over Haston Biddlecombe. Up the sideline and knocked away from NCC. Thunder trying to maintain possession here early on, and they've done a fairly good job at keeping the Cardinals on their heels. And now numbers trying to press the issue. Up the sideline, Michael Martins. Good defense from Jared Collier, the Cardinal captain, and he's part of the effort that helps NCC take the ball away, and they're going to have the ball in the throw-in at the 40-yard line. Deep pass, and here comes a goal for Gavin Sanchez. Cardinals on the board first over the Thunder. Beautiful sequence of events, and it leads to NCC's first goal of the night. 39:36 to go in the first half. Sanchez with the left foot knocks it to the back of the twine, and it is 1-0. Possession clearly dominated by the Thunder in the first few minutes of this game, and now NCC trying to track this down, but it'll be a corner kick for the Thunder. But sometimes all it takes is that one break, and suddenly NCC leads 1-0. However, some deja vu, and not the good kind, as North Central took a 1-0 lead against Milliken in its last game before conceding 4 consecutive goals. So the defense will have to try and be aware of that and prevent history from repeating tonight. Corner comes in, high arcing, and that's through everything, and the Cardinals there to suffocate the scoring chance of Wheaton. Bouncing around, nobody claiming possession, and a lot of contact, but no whistle. The officials will let them play, and a deep pass is off the mark, and Sanchez was the intended target. Now he's racing to get back into the play. Here comes a deep send, but Soto comes up into the front of the box, takes it away. Great first 8 minutes for NCC. To this point, they lead 1-0 on a goal from Gavin Sanchez here inside Benedetti Worley Stadium. The sun is disappearing as it dips below the horizon. And a player down, that's Austin Lombardi. Sanchez at midfield, and he gets tripped up, leaves the ball behind, and Wheaton claims. The intensity from North Central in this game is unlike anything at any point during the Milliken game, it seems. And I know it's a small sample size. We're not even a full 10 minutes in. But if they can keep this up, they might just break this spell that Wheaton has had them under over the last 27 years. Again, if you're just joining us off the top, the Thunder have won 26 of the last 27. Entered into the box and quickly rejected by Wheaton, and now they're racing up the sideline. With it is Michael Martins. Passed into the middle, and now to the sideline, and NCC there. Sanchez tried a little give and go. And a lot of contact. Alex Perales collided with AJ Moyes. Moyes went down, but no whistle. 1-0 North Central, first half. 35-25 to go. Here comes the Thunder. North Central right there to blanket the front half of the box. That one's taken away again. Wheaton has been persistent at midfield, taking away balls, and that twists off the foot and out of play. Soto will collect and get this game back underway. Collier will throw this in. That was intended for Ryan Powers. Gavin Sanchez, our game's only goal. Back to Collier, the captain, and will shoot it up the field. Chested by a Wheaton Thunder player. And out of the sideline with Powers, and he plays it back, and now the through ball is a little too strong. And Flores pointing to himself off camera. You couldn't see it, but he was designating the fact that that was his fault. He should have been a little further out and in position to get that ball. And now here's a deep one, and could have been an offsides, but no whistle. Great defense from NCC. And a whistle. Alex Perales was the one right there, and is this in the box? Really close. They're going to put him at the 10-yard line, which is only about 2 yards away from being a PK. And it's dangerous territory for NCC. It still is. This will be from about 20 yards out. Question is, who will take it? There's 3 Thunder players all gathered around. Andrew Wade, Jason Hulse, and AJ Moyes. Looks like Wade and Moyes. And will be 18. Here it comes. And it's off the Cardinal wall. Not once, but twice, and now NCC trying to track it down. To the middle it goes, and Cardinals not out of it yet. That one gets through, and that's a lucky break. That allows the defense to recover for a moment, but now a pop-up right in the middle of the box, and Lombardi will hammer it downfield. And it goes well out of play, and actually up and almost into the stands. Sanchez racing up the sideline. Tries to center it. A Thunder player right there, and now a boot from about 40 yards away. 30 make that. And it's scooped up by Camerano. (1-0), Gavin Sanchez, the lone goal scorer in the contest, did so about 7 minutes into the game. Lombardi with a tackle to claim the ball away, and it's off a Thunder player and out of bounds. Cardinals, again, I mentioned this a few moments ago, just have a sense about them. They look really good. Flores plays it up, and almost got that through and was looking for Powers. Powers would have been isolated one-on-one and would have had a good look at the goal. NCC playing it back 15 minutes into the game. They lead 1-0 against Wheaton. Deep pass gets through. Centering pass is stopped. Flores heads it up, knocked away by Wheaton. Crisp ball movement, but it's still taken away by NCC. taken down. Hitting the turf hard is Steven Abelos. And that draws a whistle. Spencer Weiss will initiate this free kick with 29:07 to play in the first half. It's a deep ball. And the header caroms a little too hard to the sideline, and that's rocketed out of play. I don't know if Wheaton felt the pressure coming, but there was certainly none there for A.J. Moyes. So now a throw in from Alex Perales. Flores there to shoulder it away, gets it back out to Perales, and it goes up top to Lombardi. Lombardi crossfield to Collier. Far sideline was Sanchez, who is typically on the near side. This one's right up the elevator shaft. Take two. Towards midfield it goes, in a race for it. It's bounding backwards. NCC there. Sean Sweeney will play it up. Over to Collier. Collier plays it ahead to Powers, and Powers has it poked away. Back to Camarano. Can North Central claim a win against Wheaton? Boy, would that be fun to watch. It's happened once since 1990. North Central has two of the conference's top goal scorers to this point. Alexis Flores with 5. Here comes Powers. Powers racing in. He's tripped up. Ball still alive. Abelos with it, and it's stopped. Camarano steps up and makes the grab. Oh my. I thought Powers was going to have a point-blank look. Abelos almost had a goal. Instead, it remains 1-0. 26:48 to go, first half. Slowing that up is Jack Bullard, and he'll play it back to Sweeney. Sweeney to the goal scorer extraordinaire, Alexis Flores. Abelos wheeling. Up the sideline, Sanchez. Sanchez will leave it behind for nobody to claim except for Wheaton. Taking that away is Andrew Wade. .25:40 to go, first half. Deep entry pass and a trio of Cardinals in the area. Abelos is everywhere. Ahead to Sanchez. Cardinals down a man, 3-on-4. The chip shot to the near side. Flores tracks it down, and he is whistled for an offsides. Looked pretty close to me. "20 minutes into this game, and the Cardinals lead 1-0. Powers with it. And the pass intended for Lombardi, but he's bombarded from behind. Taken away by Collier. Collier will slow it up. Gets it to the middle. And it's popped up. Both teams attempting to control the soccer ball in the early goings. Good news is for North Central, they can certainly play more aggressively on the defensive side. With that 1-0 lead. It's certainly helpful. Sean Dunlop ready to get this one underway, but remaining on the turf is AJ Moyes. And he finally picks himself up. Dunlop waits for the whistle and he gets it. So here it comes. Chance to tie for Wheaton. Headed away by Powers. And a second one from Bullard. Not out of the woods yet for NCC on this possession. As Soto emerges from the shadow of the goal and claims it. Near side, Bullard leaves it behind, last touch by North Central. Lombardi knocks it away. Sanchez gave it a faint look. 21:30 to go. This game is certainly settled in. Both teams not nearly as frantic as they were in the early goings. And that one claimed, a nice move made, but Collier right there shadowing Michael Martins. Martins to the corner, tried to center it, and it's knocked away. Abelos boxed out. Both players hit the turf and no whistle. So these officials appear to be giving a lot of leeway to these players. Camarano knocks it up the sideline casually away from Gavin Sanchez. Deep entry pass is knocked away by NCC. And a whistle at the 25-yard line. It's against Bullard. And Bullard apparently is bleeding, so he'll need some attention from the medical staff as he makes his way to the sideline. Cut somewhere on the face, I believe. Or a bloody nose. Could be one or the other. And the head official will speak with the North Central bench. So do the Cardinals need to replace him, or can we wait? The clock is frozen at 20:26 in the first half. An impromptu water break for Gavin Sanchez. Cardinals will put a new player out on the field. End of the game is Andreas Christensen. So while Bullard continues to receive medical attention, Christensen will take his place. The chip shot into the box is through everybody and out of play.
Now in for the Cardinals, number 16, Elmer Eng.
Elmer Eng into the game. Powers to the sideline. Bullard,
And number 5,
I think, trying to get back into the contest. And actually, he's running back to the locker room. So he'll address what he needs to address, and this game will continue. And a whistle. And North Central whistled again. .49-yard line, and Wheaton gets going in a hurry. Under 20 minutes to play until the break. Centered pass, and Soto knocks it away, tries to recover. Still out in front of the net. Wheaton in a dangerous position right now with Martins. And a lot of contact between he and Spencer Weiss. And North Central able to clear. Maybe not. Still hovering around that corner. It's that same duo battling. And the bicycle kick gets it up the field. Thunder continue to threaten. That's off the shoulder of a Cardinal. And now giving it a chase is the newly checked in Eng. But it's played back, and the goalkeeper, Camarano, will play it up. Cut off by NCC. Played back and pounded up the sideline to Flores. Flores with the head plays it back to Eng. The centering pass in Sanchez was a step too slow. And Wheaton will have a chance to catch their breath. .37 to go. First half of play. Off the side of the foot of Eng and back out of play. To midfield and Sanchez. Deep ball, centered. A little give and go here. Off of Wheaton, and to the corner they go. Nice move. Pass gets through, but Weiss there to knock it away. That was a tense moment.
Now for the Thunder, number 2, Missiker Wingate, and number 10, Jacob Kapituniak.
Soto will easily collect this one. Under 16 minutes to play. to the sideline, last touch by Wheaton and out of play. So Collier will throw it in. He's got a cannon on display right there. Last touch by Wheaton. So Collier will come further up the sideline. Want to thank you for tuning in to this NCTV 17 production of Cardinal Soccer. From Benedetti Worley Stadium, the sun has set. The lights have taken full effect. Collier with the flip throw in, nobody home. To the sideline it goes, and kept in play, I believe. Big bounce at the 15-yard line on the football field. Not a play, last touch by Wheaton. Does Collier have another flip throw in him? Takes a toll on the back, I believe. I've never successfully done one myself. Liner in, Sanchez to the middle. Christensen back towards the middle. Chipped out, mishit, outside. Cardinals play to the near side with Flores. Flores back out. Abelos there in the corner, and it's booted away from him and out of play. Near side with Perales. 14-12 to go. Headed deeper into the box. And last touch by NCC. And a substitution will come in. Peter Whalen for Wheaton.
Now in for the Thunder, number 17, Peter Wallen.
.30 to go, first half. 1-0 the lead. Gavin Sanchez, the only goal scorer. Did so very early on. Wheaton can't get it past that first line of defense for NCC, and they cough it up trying to do so. To the sideline and out of play, barely. Popped up by Wheaton. And nobody home on the sideline as Abelos went that way.
Coming in for the Thunder, number 24, Henry Naylor.
Henry Naylor checks in. Fresh legs for Wheaton. 12 minutes to go in the half, and North Central might want to start trying to rotate players too. They've been going all out, attempting to take down their rivals Wheaton for just the second time in 28 years. Deep ball, big bounce. Camerano there. Abelos loses it again off the sideline. I believe 3 Cardinals are set to check in a moment. The advantage razor thin. A 1-0 game. One mistake and this game could be tied up in a hurry for North Central. Another mistake for Wheaton. This game could be almost unattainable Here's a chance for the Thunder out in front of the net, and it's cleared by Collier. And the Cardinals cleared a second time, and a man hits the deck. And some pushing and shoving following the collision. Weiss went down, and Soto out of the goal came up to defend his teammate. And a yellow card assessed to Jacob Kapitanuk. The two players are shaking hands or high-fiving at least. At least there's some good sportsmanship between the two. I'm not sure what that discussion is about. But Weiss appears all right after taking the collision. The Cardinals, woof. That was a scary sequence right there. Ang trying to get position, and the Thunder have it, and they play it back. Trying to reverse the field, and that one airmailed. And now a mass substitution for NCC.
Coming in for the Cardinals, number 17,
Andreas Rayan, Alex Baines, Teddy Trifanovsky,
number 23, Teddy Trifanovsky,
and Joe
number
Trocchi
30, Joe
all
Trocchi.
trek onto the field. Trocchi actually is one of the conference's leading goal scorers. Has 4 this season,
Coming in for the Thunder,
is
number
tied for
36,
4th
Drew Beeman.
in the CCIW. And a whistle against NCC's El Meringue. Lots of pressure applied by North Central with under 10 to go in the half. They would love to hit the halftime break with an advantage of 1-0 or more. Very comparable. These two teams are. It was offsides? Yes, it was. And these two teams are pretty even. 4-3 for North Central, 5-2-1 for Wheaton. Biggest blemish on North Central's record is that loss to Milliken, but only time will tell just how truly of a disappointing loss that is. If the Big Blue wind up being one of the conference's surprise teams of the year, well, then that loss doesn't look nearly as bad. But if Wheaton finds itself 2-6 at the end of the season, well, it's going to sting a little extra for North Central. Play to the far side corner, nearly left behind by Wheaton, and it is. Last touch by the Thunder. Mystiker Wingate, a junior, had it off his chest and roll out of play. Nice save there from, I believe that was Lombardi, laid out for it. Zipped up the sideline, in pursuit Ang. Ball played back to Camarano, and he'll line it up the field. 7:30 to go, first half. Gavin Sanchez has given the Cardinals a 1-0 lead, and they're clinging on to it, and here's a mistake. Ang out in front. Plays it back out. Into the box it goes, and off the head of a Wheaton Thunder player. The Cardinals cannot capitalize on the miscue. It's out of play. Into the game for NCC, Ivan Bajorquez. Austin Lombardi off the field, and boy, he put in overtime. Out of play, last touch by Wheaton, 6:30 to go. Time continues to tick, and as long as North Central has a 1-0 lead, time is their friend. Thrown in. No real threat there. Wheaton here with the possibility of tying the game if they can cue this up correctly out in front of the box, and it's knocked away from the Thunder by NCC. Christensen plays it out, and Ang almost had it. He needed the deflection to get it past Camarano. Camarano able to punt it away. As Collier battles for it, gets it ahead. Now re-enters it, and it's batted back. Under 5 to go. Deep pass, and Soto plucks after a bounce. Deep boot for Soto. Holy smokes. Andreas Rayan had it poked away. Christensen applying the pressure. Ooh. Things could have opened up for NCC if that pass had found its mark. Give and go up the sideline. And a beautiful slide tackle executed by NCC, Sean Sweeney. Henry Naylor was taken out, but only after Sweeney had gotten all ball. Now the Cardinals in position to push this ball up. They chip it over the head of Elmer. It's taken away by Wheaton, and now a race to the ball, and it's off the side of the foot and out of play. Camarano would rather concede the throw-in than a corner. Rayan will be the throw-in man, and checking into the game for North Central now is Nate Kekalik.
Coming in for the Cardinals, number 28, Nate Kekalik.
Here's the throw-in. Pounded out by Wheaton. Sweeney boxed out. Taken away by Wheaton. Tyler Robbins, who's their leading goal scorer, has been quiet tonight. Deep blast. Ooh, wide right. Minute 40 to go.
Coming in for the Thunder, number 16, Philip Springsteen.
Deep pass into the corner.
1 minute remaining.
Never went out of bounds, and North Central will kick it out. Minute remaining. Cardinals want to go into the half up 1-0. Wheaton wants to neutralize this game. Pass into the box, knocked out. A miscue there will keep the Thunder possession alive. Soto steps up and plucks it out of midair. Takes it away from Peter Whelan. Half a minute remaining. "15 ticks. And Wheaton might play just to go into the break.
9, 8,
And it appears that is the case.
6, 5, 4,
Perhaps not.
3, 2, 1, 0.
First half has come to a close, and North Central, with a 1-0 edge, will take a break. Second half will be coming up shortly. You have Cardinal Athletics on NCTV 17 and on nctv17.com. Nail biter here inside Benedetti Worley Stadium on the campus of North Central College. North Central leads Wheaton by a 1-0 score. The slimmest of margins exiting the halftime break, and North Central getting a goal from Gavin Sanchez on a long ball that Cardinals were able to take advantage of. Here's the thing, though. Wheaton looked very fluid offensively. Oh, Sanchez just barely held up. Was about a half a second away from having a one-on-one with the goalie. But Wheaton looked like they were in prime position a few times to net a goal. That does not bode well. The Cardinal defense will have to try and limit those opportunities. They did a good job at reacting. Question is, can they actively keep those attackers out of the box? And Fresh 45 will give us time to see who will come out of here on top. For Wheaton, this is their first conference affair. For North Central, they're coming off a disappointing 4-1 loss to Milliken. Both teams over 500, NCC 4-3, Wheaton 5-2-1. And if you're joining us just now and you missed the first half, recent history would suggest the Wheaton Thunder should win this game, seeing as they've won 26 of the last 27 meetings, dating back to 1990. Pounded up the sideline, kept in play. Wheaton has almost exclusively held possession of the soccer ball here to begin the second half, and we're nearly 2 minutes in. Sanchez, Gavin Sanchez, the only goal scorer tonight. That happened early in the first half. That ball erased by the Cardinal defense, and Collier sends it up the field. Into the box it goes, and out of the box it goes, and now a crosser. Pounded up. Collier claims it. Chance for a long boot, but instead a pass to the far side. And taken down. .42 minutes to go. Free kick will come from just outside the box at the 6-yard line on the football field. Head official will mark off 10 yards. There's about another 15 or 20 behind them. Between them and the goalpost, them and Soto. Here comes the free kick. And that's a neutralizing goal for Wheaton. Chase Gwynn ties the game up at 1. So Gwynn gets on the board, and so do Wheaton. The Thunder have tied this game up at 1. 41-35 to go in the second half. That's a tough pill to swallow if you're NCC. You'd played so well up to that point. And a free ball from the opposite way goes in on the near side post. Collier tosses it in, intended for Powers. Powers, his header goes into the box. Nice move for Sanchez. Sanchez trying to find Powers. And a foul on Powers. Zip to the far side and out of play. Cardinal ball. Sent back. Taken away, but lost out of bounds by North Central's Alex Perales. And an offsides on Wheaton. .39:20 to go, second half. Thanks for tuning in to this NCTV 17 production of Cardinal Soccer. Wheaton with a chance here. And Soto will scoop and allow his offense to get back up the field. Avalos goes the opposite way. Cardinals will play it back, and that almost, and it was a miscue, and now the Cardinals will cough up possession and give it back to the Thunder. Long boot. And the pass almost found Gwynn again, but it's knocked out of play, and it's a corner kick on tap for Wheaton. 37-45 and counting down here in the game, 1-1. Cue man will be Moyes. Stuffed, muted right there in the box. Sent out for the moment. Rattles around, popped up, and that will get through the field goal post, but that does not count for our game. Soto sets and we'll get action back underway. Collier knocked it out. And that one sent too long and out of play. Cardinal ball. Whistle, foul on NCC, and a Thunder player down on the turf right now. There's Justin Hill. Into the box, and Soto covers. Deep send by Soto. Long pass finds the foot of Powers, and Powers plays it back. Abelos goes to the near side of Collier. Collier had it knocked away for the moment, now taken away permanently, and Collier goes down. Slow to get up. Defense can't be without him if they hope to win this game. Long send, and Flores tracking it down. Should have enough time to get there. Does. Stays in bounds. Here's a chance for NCC. Powers erased. The shot non-existent, and the ball sent out of the box. Cardinals then able to cash in on that possession. That was a good one. He was standing out of bounds. That rolls out of play. Right back out of bounds. We'll do it over again. Bullard sneaking through the defense. Sanchez trying to track it down. Centers it, but that one's going to get through everything. And out of play. Wheaton ball. Collier pokes it to a teammate in Lombardi. Gets it across to Bullard. Bullard further across. Finds the right foot of Perales. Sanchez chips it back to Perales. Over to Abelos. Near side Lombardi. Sanchez. Oh, it's through, and it's going to be a corner kick. Chance for the Cardinals to take a lead here in a moment. Cue man will be Bullard. Cardinals trying to reclaim the lead with 32-25 to go in the game against Wheaton. And that one, a little too much oomph on it. Off the foot of Spencer Weiss. Two very good scoring opportunities, and the Cardinals cannot convert either one here in the second half. Sanchez keeps it in. Cardinals with a chance. Flores the opposite way. Flores skies it. Make that three good scoring chances here in the second half. Cardinals with more opportunities than the Wheaton Thunder have had. And yet here in the last 15 minutes, the Thunder have owned a 1-0 advantage. That's where we find ourselves, 1-1 here in the second half. Cardinals scoring in the first half, Thunder here in the second. Wheaton will play it back to the goalie, Camerano. Long send, poked back by Sweeney. The chip shot gets through. And a long boot out of play. Yes. So that's still in. That's off the flag and remains in play. Powers takes it away. I don't think I've ever seen that before where it hits the flag and remains in play. Long pass, and that's headed out of play by Collier. Allows the defense to sag back into place. Nice touch by Wheaton. Cardinal ball. That ball gets over everybody. Good battle here between these two teams. It's been a fun one to watch tonight. Sanchez chips it out in front. Camerano plays it off the chest and punts it downfield. And Soto will collect the opposing goalkeeper's kick. And that foul called on Powers. And so a free kick after the foul on Powers, as the official tells him no more of whatever he was dishing out. Into the box, Soto sucks it in. It remains 1-1. Up the field, Flores absorbs contact, and it's last touched by apparently the Cardinals. .46:45 to play. Still a 1-1 game. Wheaton is drawn even with the Cardinals here in the second half thanks to a goal from Gwynn. Great header. Sanchez pokes it out in front. What a save from Camerano. Holy moly. Pure instinct and reaction. Sanchez in disarray. He thought he had a goal. Bullard centers. Lombardi the shot, and it goes wide. Cardinals have been buzzing all around the net for the last 15 minutes. And the sub, I believe, comes in for Wheaton. That's the quick stoppage. And we're back to play. It will almost get out of play. Instead stays in. Off the shin of Powers. Abelos there. Played back. Man, the Cardinals, if they played their cards right tonight, could be up 5 or 6. They could at least have 5 or 6 goals. Their offense has produced chances at a staggering rate, but have not been able to convert outside of the one Gavin Sanchez goal. Taken away by Wheaton, but Lombardi there to poke it away. To the middle and Abelos. And now a free kick coming for North Central at the 35. And a yellow card issued to Wheaton. I don't think there's any love lost between these two teams right now. 24 minutes and counting. Lombardi can cue this one up. Sends it in, a pretty send. The header sent out by Wheaton towards the sideline. And erasing the chance is Wheaton. Sweeney plays it back up. North Central somehow, some way has been the better team here in the second half and is yet the one that has given up the lone goal. Flores takes a tumble as he tried to stretch out for that ball. 23:20 to go. Taken away by Bullard. Wheaton player down on the turf. Ball shot up to Flores. Flores trying to go across to Sanchez. And a Thunder player down on the turf at the 44-yard line. It's Justin Hill for a second time. Time stops at 22:58. As the medical team will attend to Hill. His teammate Chase Gwynn appears concerned. And I believe that is a dislocated, well, we won't speculate, but it is the shoulder region, and I'm sure you can assess for yourself what the issue may be. Cardinals and Thunder locked in a 1-1 draw. And Hill will get up and walk off. That is not a fun injury to have. And be keeping that arm close to the chest as well. Thunder ball when play resumes. 22:58 to go in the game. Sanchez and Gwynn, the two goal scorers.
Now in for the Thunder, number 10, Jacob Capitanu. In for the Cardinals, number 5, Andreas Christensen.
Andy Christensen in, Alexis Flores out. We'll see if he just needs a breather. Perhaps he can come back in at some point, but he's given the Cardinals a lot of life. Sanchez tried for the desperation poke there, and that one goes out of bounds. Wheaton ball. Clock hasn't started yet. Got to get the clock going.
Coming in for the Thunder, number 17, Peter Wall.
Sanchez in pursuit. Sanchez taken down. And this should be a free kick from about the 10-yard line. And a yellow card issued. Jason Hustle. Who is going to take this kick? 22:46, the clock did start. Looks like Lombardi might take it. Christensen buzzing around as well, as is Abelos. A chance for the Cardinals. "60 feet away from the net." And it's wide right. Lombardi missing just wide. Play back, Sanchez racing and almost plucked it away. And the Cardinals now really putting the pressure on the Thunder. Abelos, a lot of contact, and he's playing through it. Sends it back to Collier. Collier off the shin of a defender. Deep throw in. Sanchez off his shoulder towards the sideline, and that twists out of play. Last touch by the Cardinals. 21:45 to go.
Now in for the Thunder, number 22, Will Wheaton, and number 26, Ryan Melger.
Header comes in, and Soto takes it away. Played back to the goalie and spit out the opposite side. Off a Cardinal towards the corner. And who's that last touch by? Or is that a free kick? It's going to be a free kick from that spot. And the Cardinals with a man down. Abelos requiring attention, and it looks like Powers needs attention too. The medical staff will take Powers off the field.
Also coming in for the Cardinals, number 30, Joe Trocchi.
So Joe Trocchi will check in, as do a slew of other Cardinals as they prepare for this free kick on the near side corner. Here it comes. Chip in and a chip out. The Cardinals take it away for the moment. Back to the corner, the opposite way. Last touch by Wheaton. Cardinal ball in the corner. Ang will check in, as will Rayan.
Now in for the Cardinals, number 16, Elmer
And
Ng,
Gavin
and
Sanchez will
17,
check out.
Andreas Ron.
Perhaps they'll need him for the stretch run, as does Lombardi. Give them a breather as this game sits 1-1 with under 20 minutes to play. To the middle, Cardinals get out of the box momentarily. Now Christensen boxing out, allows for one of his teammates to knock it out. Christensen takes it away. Thievery from number 5. Rain has it on the sideline. Cardinals played back and now back up front. Chested down. Popped up far sideline and out of play. Cardinal ball. That's last touch by Ng. And Soto will claim that one. With 18 minutes and change remaining. Up the sideline that goes, and out of play, last touch by Norris. Make that Wheaton. And a whistle will blow play dead at the 40-yard line, a foul on Wheaton. Free kick will allow the Cardinals to try and push this down the field. Crisscrossing the field. Lombardi make that. Collier knocks it off of a Thunder attacker. That was Wingate in the vicinity.
For the Cardinals, number 23, Teddy Trivanovsky. And in for the Thunder, number 5, Michael Martins.
Throw-in comes in, deflects off the head of a Thunder player and straight back. That one queued up the sideline and just barely stays in play. Towards the corner, and the middling pass. Some contact there, but not enough to warrant a whistle, apparently. Very physical game. Cardinals able to clear this one. And a yellow card on Christensen. Cardinals sent it up the sideline, but that one too far right. And another sub comes in for NCC. That'll be Nate Keklik.
Coming in for the Cardinals, number 28, Nate Keklik. And in for the Thunder, number 21, Chase Glenn.
Alex Perales will come out. Wheaton trying to take the lead here. Opportunity is going to be taken away by NCC. Maybe not. Nice move made. And that one headed away by NCC. Under 15 to go in the game. Golden opportunity, nobody home on the opposite side. Throw in coming for NCC. That one rejected, sent right back to where it came from almost. Cardinals not having a whole lot of life on offense here in the last few minutes, just trying to hold court on defense. Maybe this might change in a moment, maybe not. Cardinals might need to see a little more of Sanchez, Flores, Lombardi and company. And in fact, that's what we're going to get. Lombardi and Flores are checking back in. Sanchez shouldn't be too far behind. 13:40 to play. Still a 1-1 game. Zip back to the goalkeeper, and he pounds it to the sideline. So now the Cardinals are squarely back on the Wheaton side of the field. And Collier will be tasked with throwing this one in. And this is essentially like a corner kick with how long he can throw this ball. Here it comes. Flip throw. Launched in. And the goalkeeper, Camerano, an easy save. Wheaton trying to flip the script here. Send it across. Shot blocked. Was that a handball? No call. And now Eng has it. Cardinals down a man, but still being able to press that ball up the field. And that's a weak pass that didn't get past the defense. Shot, Soto. Grabs it with the mitts. We remain in a 1-1 tie, 11:20 to go here in the second half. Elmerang cut off from the ball. Collier will get it back to him. NCC reversing the field, pushing it up. Rayan trying to center it. Flores, yes! Or was it an offsides? Goal NCC. They're going to rule this a goal for North Central. Cardinals taking a 2-1 advantage with 10:47 to go in the game. Wheaton was looking around for an offsides penalty. None ever came. Wow. Unbelievable. Is that about to change? Regardless, this game has been thrilling. Non-stop action for the last hour and 45 minutes. Wheaton trying to equalize this game again. They have scored here in the second half. That was very early on. Since then, the offensive side of the ball has been all North Central as Soto plucks another one. 10:05 to play. Flores pushing it up. Cardinals ready to counter with 4 new subs, including Gavin Sanchez, who has one of the 2 goals. Popped up, middle of the field, deep. Knocked down by Wheaton. Push to the far side, and Wheaton trying to get the ball back on the offensive end. Lombardi with it, plays it back. Elmer Eng credited with the goal. Alexis Flores on the assist for the second time tonight. So Eng and Sanchez are the 2 goal scorers. And Eng actually coming off the field right now. And his teams are they're gonna give him a warm reception, I bet. Rayan certainly does. Cardinals have to hold on for another 8 minutes. 8 minutes separate the Cardinals from a victory over their lopsided rival. Cardinals have won once since 1990 in this rivalry. That pass with a little too much zip on it. Gets through, 7:50 to go. Chested down by Abelos. And Sanchez tried leaking out, and he would have been offsides. And now a pop ball the opposite way, and offsides on NCC. Into the corner it goes. Sanchez tracks it down. It's going to be a throw-in for NCC. And Wheaton takes it away. Six minutes to go. Far sideline out of play. Time becoming a real factor here for Wheaton. Across the way. Wheaton with it on the near side. That's Moyes. Deep send, and nobody but the goalie, Camaranos, is going to claim it. Off a Wheaton Thunder player and out of play. Lombardi pounding it. Cardinals very happy with just wasting as much time as possible. Keklik throws it in. And Flores taken down. Last touch by the Cardinals. And Flores down on the ground and hurt, holding the left foot. And as of right now, time has continued. Flores getting up. Time continues to go. 4:45 and counting. Lombardi has it here on the near side. Sanchez will kick it back to Lombardi. Will kick it in. Camarano claims, and he races up to the front of the box to try and get something going. 2-1 North Central. 4:15 to go in the game. Can't understate this enough. Can't overstate it enough. Cardinals have won once in the last 27 years against Wheaton. They're coming off a 4-1 loss to Milliken. Not exactly a great loss on the resume. They had been playing very well prior to that. They had taken the 6th ranked team in the country in the University of St. Thomas down to the wire, losing 3-2. And now, can they pull off something that very few, in fact only one, Cardinal team has done in the last 30 years? Thrown in and out of play again. Cardinals can waste another 15 seconds. Deep boot. And it's going to stop. Oh, almost. Camarano almost made a fatal mistake. And a sub comes in for Wheaton. Justin Hill into the game. He was hurt earlier. Left the field clutching his shoulder. 2:45 left in the contest. And almost lost off the sideline. Boulder defends. That one's back to where it started. Abelos knocked down and shaken up. Draws the penalty. Wheaton was upset, and Abelos took offense. 2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining. Deep blow. Cardinals want to keep it on this half of the field without a doubt. They may not get that chance. It's Lombardi shadowing his defender, or attacker, I should say, and a whistle draws. And time will stop at 1:36. Sanchez redirects it upfield, and Lombardi will clear it. This is basically like a hockey game. Minute 8 to go. Sanchez tracks it down, pops it back towards midfield. Every time they, oh, big collision. And a yellow card assessed to Lombardi. Tyler Robbins shook up. 56 ticks on the clock, and the Wheaton Thunder will get a free kick from just inside midfield. Robbins, I think, being checked to make sure he's all right. The goalie, Camerano, punts it in. Tense moments here inside Benedetti Worley Stadium. The Cardinals get it out initially. 50 seconds remaining. Wheaton plays it back. Cardinals with a 2-1 edge. Under a minute to go. Tracking this one down for the Cardinals, Perales, and he gets it up the sideline. Flores gets it out. Christensen. Christensen will clear it down the field. Camerano plays it off the chest. 22 seconds to go. Headed by Bullard back towards midfield. 15 seconds. Christensen clears it. 10 seconds. Flores heads it up the field. He's going to continue to go. This game is over. North Central has beaten Wheaton for just the second time since 1990. Hug it out, guys. You just did something only one other team in the last 30 years has done. North Central has taken down the Thunder. The final 2-1. Gavin Sanchez, Elmer Eng, the 2 goal scorers for North Central. Chase Gwynn, the lone goal for Wheaton. A hard-fought game. Scrappy, physical. Yellow cards for everyone almost. And the Cardinals come away with a 2-1 win against Wheaton. That was a ton of fun. The Cardinals certainly coming out on the more fun end of things. They improved to 1-1 in conference, 5-3 overall. And most importantly, maybe aside from the record, they come away with this with some great feelings. That'll do it for us. Thanks so much for tuning in. Cardinals victorious tonight, 2-1 the final. Our next broadcast Friday night, the Crosstown Classic, and then Saturday, North Central Wheaton 2.0. That comes on the football field. We hope you join us for that. 7 o'clock kickoff. Our pregame coverage begins at 6:45 here on NCTV 17. Until then, I'm Kevin Jackman saying so long. We'll see you on NCTV 17 and on NCTV17.com.